What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and some of you are probably wondering, why am I seeing Moon Knight? I thought this was a video about Mr. Fantastic. Well, there's a reason for that, my friends. There's a reason for that. So what we're doing is, we're going to show just how strong Mr. Fantastic really is. And we're going to use Moon Knight as a damage comparison just to show you guys, because we know how insane Moon Knight is. You know, he is a combat type, right? He does do physical damage like Maker, and he's insanely strong, right? Still crazy strong to this day. Now, I did get caught there by the symbiote invasion, so that's something to remember. Go back here. There we go. And we're just seeing how fast we can go through this first phase right here. Okay, I'm gonna try to get out of there. Don't want to get caught by any of that. Oh crap, got entangled there. I'm gonna stay in the circle. And boom shakalaka. So 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Let's remember that. 3 minutes and 52 seconds. So it took a minute and 8 seconds for Moon Knight to go through that. Now, we're gonna take off Moon Knight. We're gonna take off Cyclops because he's got a CTP of Insight on him. And we're just going to put the Maker, and we'll just put Winter Soldier there. Right? We're just going to be just the Maker. We will have that 65% increase of all attack leadership from the Maker, but that is a part of his kit. And you guys might be surprised by the outcome of what you're going to see. So 3, 4 slam down, and then the 5. Okay, run over here, get in a circle, We don't want to get caught here. Then 3, 5, 4, slam down, tier 3. And look at that damage, my friends. Now we're going to try to run out here, try not to get caught. There we go, good. And look at how well Mr. Fantastic procs. I don't want to get caught by any of this crap. Okay, 3, 5, 4. Tier 3, and boom. He is so much better than what he was before. We're going to come out here. Try not to get caught. There we go. Good. So Moon Knight did get caught once, right? He did get caught once. But this really isn't necessarily a comparison. It's really more of a power gauge to show you guys how strong Mr. Fantastic is. Because, you know, when we start getting all these pierced on our cards, sometimes things can be misleading and you really don't know how strong characters are. We know how strong Moon Knight is. There, I did get caught in the stun, right? And you can see that Mr. Fantastic is a little bit slower than Moon Knight, right? And boom shakalaka. So 3 minutes and 37 seconds. So it took a minute and 23 seconds. So near 20 seconds slower than Moon Knight. Now let me show you a little something. So my Maker has 50,000 physical attack. All of the stats are maxed except for the crit rate, but pretty damn close. Now Moon Knight is actually getting a leadership from Cyclops, a 35% increase of all attack, and he's also got a CTP of Insight on the same team that's giving an extra increased damage to supervillain faction by 15%, right? So he's got the CTP of Insight when it procs, he's got the extra 35% increase of all attack, and let me show you something else here. And Moon Knight's build, he has pretty close to the same crit rate. Everything else is pretty well the same. But he has 5 Odin's Blessings, and he has mythic physical attack Urus. Look at my Maker. He has 5-star physical attack Urus. No Odin's Blessings whatsoever. Fully Awakened Power of Angry Hawk set. And then Moon Knight also has a Fully Awakened Power of Angry Hawk set. Now this is where it gets really, really interesting. Well, we'll come to this in a second. On the uniform, Moon Knight's is actually at Mythic, whereas the Maker's is actually at Legendary. So we are losing some stats from that. Maker's just going to have higher native stats than Moon Knight because he's a native tier 2 combat. He's just going to have higher native stats. That's just a part of his kit. But check this out. We'll go to Moon Knight first. Moon Knight has a mighty CTP that's giving him an extra 16% all attack. This is a completely unfair comparison because for Moon Knight, I'm using a CTP of Insight, I'm using Cyclops Leadership, and I'm using a mighty CTP with a mythic uniform. He has all of the benefits, plus he's getting that chain hit damage, and I do have 8% Pierce on my cards, and we know that chain hit synergizes very well with Pierce. Look at Maker, my friends. Regular Obelisk. Yeah, regular Obelisk. What do you think's going to happen if I had 5 Odin's Blessings on him? If I had all of these physical attack Urus on him at Mythic? If I had a Mythic uniform, and if I had that same mighty CTP on Mr. Fantastic? Who do you think's going to be stronger then? Yeah, exactly. That's how insane the Maker is. And they really did show this guy a lot of love by giving him that 35% increase of all attack on his third skill, by changing the 25% all attack to 40% all attack. Just insane, my friends. And then they even gave him a damage proc on his fifth skill. Now, this damage proc is only for one attack, and you have to land a hit to apply the damage proc. So when you play, like in your second rotation, when you go 3, cancel 5, cancel 4, when you cancel that 5, you'll never get that damage proc. And if you try to go 3, 4, 5, tier 3, in order to get the proc from the 5, you got to hit your opponent. Well, when you do 3, 4, 5, and the 5 hits the opponent, that proc just cancels anyways. So it's just better to do 3, 5, 4. You'll actually find that you can keep your proc in your tier 3 a lot easier. However, you're still going to have kind of the same problems against regular world bosses. These are still the same issues that they previously were. I mean, when you go against Proxima, an opponent that likes to jump around and move around all over the place, the 4th skill jumps back, but when you do the 5th skill, it does push you forward. So when you do 3, 4, 5 in your first rotation, it's not really a big deal most of the time, unless Proxima really jumps back. So 3, 4, and then 5. And you see, he just thrusts forward, no problem. But when you do 3, 5, 4 in the tier 3 doesn't thrust forward. See, I can't hit my tier 3, right? I can't hit it. So that's kind of a thing that kind of sucks about him. That damn 4 skill just moves you back. But if you just cancel right into the tier 3 immediately, yeah, you can definitely see an insane spike of damage there. But you get the idea. He could easily do stage 99, no problem. But the issue with the 4 skill jumping back and you not being able to go into your tier 3 is kind of a pain sometimes. But against Knull, it isn't. It isn't, because Knull is constantly, you're either right in front of him, facing him, or he's coming towards you. So you don't really have to worry about that. So let's see if Maker can solo stage 9 Knull all by himself. Let's rock and roll. And I really am super happy with the Maker. I mean, 3, 4, slam down, hit the 5. Nice low cooldowns on his skills. Easy, very, very proc friendly character. Then we just go 3, 5, 4, slam down, tier 3, slam down, tier 3. Look at that. Now there we did get thrown back by Knull's attacks, but we still kept the proc exactly where it belongs, right on that tier 3. Try to run out, try not to get caught by the semi-invasion here. There we go, with a semi-cage, whatever you want to call it. 3, 4. 5th skill, proc came a little bit late, but that's okay. No big deal. And something I haven't even mentioned about Maker is his heal. You know, from his tier 2 passive, that is nuts. 5% of max HP for 3 seconds on a 5-second cooldown is insane, my friends. It is insane. Not only has his damage been increased tremendously, but now his survivability is way better. I pretty much can face tank Knull the whole time, and there we did get caught by the cage, which does suck, but it is what it is. But this is really where it matters as far as, you know, how well he plays. And something else that's just really nice about the Maker is when he does his tier 3, it doesn't get interrupted by those tentacles that are slamming down. And that's really nice, man. A lot of times when you're doing skills, whenever those tentacles slam down on you, they just interrupt you and totally throw you off. Whereas with the Maker, you don't have to worry about it. It's awesome. We need to do a little bit more damage here. Didn't quite get enough there. There we go. Boom. The other thing that's nice is the Maker's tier 3 has ignore iframe. So we're going to try to hit our 3-5-4 here. I messed up, didn't even hit the third skill. Didn't proc to tier 3. Yeah, that was a pretty big mistake. There's no big deal. We're just going to run around, wait. 3-5-4, slam down, tier 3. Here we go. And boom, shakalaka. And, you know, I don't know if this guy's going to be an AVX meta. I don't know. He might be an AVX meta for the burn season because he does have burn on his 4th skill, but he doesn't have silence. But he does have paralysis on his 2nd skill. The thing about paralysis, though, is whenever the beast roars during the paralysis season, he just increases his dodge. Well, the cool thing about Mr. Fantastic is if you have a CTP of energy on him and you have near 40% ignore dodge, you also get 40% ignore dodge from your 5th skill, which is 80% ignore dodge. So during the paralysis season, you probably won't even need to switch Mr. Fantastic. That's something to think about. He might end up replacing Apocalypse, which would be pretty cool. In all honesty, Apocalypse has been the meta for a long time. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But even if he doesn't, he's so strong that's not even funny, guys. He feels like the villainous Maker he should be. He feels like the villain he should be is really how I should have worded that. He's just insanely strong. This is a complete solo. There is no help from anyone, from nothing. No extra supports, no CTPs of inside, regular damage proc. And I realize that I do have good cards. You know, I do have 8% Pierce, but that's why I wanted to show you that run against Moon Knight, because everybody knows how strong Moon Knight is. Moon Knight's a character that can easily do Knull without any Pierce at all. If you have enough physical attack, he can easily do it. And if you have a Moon Knight built like mine, and you have low physical attack on your cards, you can definitely do Knull without any Pierce, which shows you that Mr. Fantastic can absolutely do this. I do think that Mr. Fantastic's actually stronger than him if built the same. Now there we kind of jumped back, so we couldn't really use our tier 3 there. That kind of sucked. I mean, that does happen sometimes. Like, you know, there are moments in the fight against Knull where if he's not coming towards you or you're not right in front of him, like in the first phase of the fight, yeah, sometimes the 4 can be a bit annoying. But if you just cancel the 4 immediately, you won't get the residual damage from it, but do like what I just did there. If you just cancel the 4 immediately, the tier 3 will be right in front of the opponent, and you can actually just cancel right into the tier 3. So sometimes it might be a good idea just to hit the 3-5-4, immediate cancels, and go straight into the tier 3, instead of trying to get the residual damage from the 4. So I'm actually going to try to use the tier 3 right now. We do have invincibility on it. Look at that, look at that. Yeah! Because, you know, he doesn't have his invincibility now anymore like he used to from his Future Foundation uniform, but honestly, having that 35% extra increase attack to that 3rd skill is just massive, my friends. I love it. I actually prefer the all attack buff over the damage accumulation based on how much damage you take, because when you're in a moment like this in the fight, you get that 35% increase of all attack, and boom, there's the win. And you don't have to worry about taking damage to deal more damage. Maker is absolutely insane, my friends. Freaking godly character. So happy with the rework that they did for him. So let me know how you're all feeling about the Maker, and I do stream on Twitch at Reset Sunday through Thursday. The link will be in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.